Now that we're done with the election, I have some results out of Colorado Springs, which is really interesting. And this has been a battle that has been going for quite some freaking time. But this is a confusing one because Colorado Springs voters appear to have approved 2 competing marijuana measures that will shape the future of retail marijuana sales in the city. With just over 53% of the vote, ballot issue 2D passed, amending the city charter to ban recreational marijuana businesses within city limits. This charter amendment would make it difficult for voters or city council to revisit the decision in the future. At the same time, voters also approved ballot question 300, allowing about 90 existing medical marijuana shops in Colorado Springs to apply for recreational marijuana licenses. This creates a legal conundrum, with both measures passing, but each calling for different outcomes. Colorado Springs Mayor Yemi Mabolde, whatever her name is, commented on the situation, saying, "We believe our city charter, which is our city constitution, will prevail," but added that he is in talks with the city attorney for guidance. Ballot issue 2D was backed by city council members aiming to keep marijuana away from underage users, and here's the money part, Rico, preserve relationships with nearby military bases. And don't forget James Dobson and focus on the family, but all right. Councilwoman Lynette Crow Iverson, a strong proponent of 2D, has voiced her opposition to recreational marijuana sales. Meanwhile, supporters of ballot question 300 emphasize its potential to fund public safety and mental health programs, particularly for veterans dealing with PTSD. It's worth noting that recent zoning ordinance, sorry, y'all, my allergies, which bans recreational sales near schools and treatment centers, could also play a role in determining what happens next. The El Paso County Clerk and Recorder's Office will continue counting votes tomorrow, and we're going to definitely keep you updated on this one. I operated in Colorado Springs. We were medical only because, duh, you have to be. But this is just really frustrating. Like, I just don't understand how Colorado Springs is once again talking out of both sides of their mouth. You finally passed recreational. Finally get an adult use program, and you can't use it because you guys went ahead and banned all recreational sales in the city of Colorado Springs. What ignorance is this? Like, I'm really excited to have Omar and Dale on here today to kind of discuss the legality of what happened here. But I mean, it's interesting to me, and I'm going to throw it back to you guys and see what you think. And I think Millie has a picture of when I was a little baby running a shop in Colorado Springs. But yes.
Interesting.
Well, I'm not an expert on Colorado law, and every one of these states that has an initiative process, excuse me, has some rules or court interpretations of rules, and whether or not the one of these ballot initiatives gets the most votes is going to prevail, I don't know. It just seems like they've shot themselves in the foot, and you just have to wonder how in the hell did they get to this point where you have competing ballot initiatives that both win.
Yeah. So I remember when we were working on the state ballot initiative, we put language in our proposed initiative that said if more than one initiative wins, the one with the most votes is the, if this is the one with the most votes, then this one,
a preemptive clause,
is in force and effect, and the other one is of no effect whatsoever. And that was the express language of the initiative that would have been approved by the voters. So it's a matter of legislative drafting when you're writing the initiative to think ahead about these possibilities and game it out so that you can have language that deals with that situation. If it's silent on the issue, then it's probably going to be for the courts to interpret based on the common law and the case law.
Well, I think that's definitely where they're going with it, because the mayor was saying they were already at the GOP's watch party last night talking to the city attorney, trying to figure out how to get around this. So here come the lawsuits. Super excited. And she did get it. That's me running Levity. So shout out to Levity. If you are a medical patient in Colorado Springs, check out Levity Wellness. It's still alive and kicking.
Yeah, no, it looks like they're going to be able to sell to anyone 21 and over pretty soon at some point, too.
I don't think you understand just how conservative and not conservative.
Oh, I do.
Colorado Springs is. Like, they are so beholden. Like, the Air Force and all the bases literally have their nuts in a vice grip. So I don't think that it's scary, and it's frustrating that finally, after 80 million tries, we pass adult use and they block it immediately.
Well, in all fairness, this was their last time to be able to do this, because there was another initiative on the ballot that said that if it doesn't pass, that they can't run it again.
Right. So I think that this is, and they knew it was going to pass this time, which is why they went ahead and threw this on the ballot to amend the city city's constitution, which is their governing document. So I think that's going to make it really interesting to see how we move forward.
Yeah, maybe they're going to have to recruit Governor Kristi Noem from South Dakota to show them how to not enact the will of the people.
Yeah. Or if they got a dog they need taken care of.
Oh man, I'm just happy that Peanut got some retribution last night.
Oh, Peanut.
Well, I would hope that all of this would be in the next discussions about initiatives. Like Omar said, there was language put in that would only allow one to win if they were competing. And why, if they didn't do that, why? But going forward across the country, initiatives got spanked this time. And why? They need to figure out why and try to draft these so it doesn't look like it's a power grab by an MSO. And why you would not let people grow their own weed is just, that's just for money. You let people grow their own and go to the store when they want, and I think that's a better approach than forcing them to go to the store or the trap. The trap's going to win every time.
Fair enough. You have any thoughts on this, Rico, before we move on to our final story?
Some more shit.